That would be something worth discussing.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Here we are. Raising Kanan, season 4, episode 2. Couple of explosions went down up in this piece, and we have an explosive lineup for you all today. We've got the Hammer, we got Nita, and we got Monique Nicole all in the building. And because we have such a diverse group of people talking to us today, we're going to keep this thing to a couple of topics that I'm sure everybody come say hey if you want to say hey, and then go to bed. Hurry up. Hurry up. Go ahead. Go ahead. Say hey. Ladies and gentlemen, my daughter is in here acting like she's shy, and she's got some great news today. She got into this program that is a dual language Spanish program. She'll be in this program for the first 6 years of her life, speaking Spanish and English. And what's real great is one of her best friends in her preschool got in with her. So they'll be able to be together for L. Say something and get ready to go to bed.
Amazing.
Say hi.
Hey, L, boo. She can't hear us. Hey, girl.
Hurry up, L.
Hey, El Boo, with your bonnet. I miss you. Congratulations. You're going to be teaching me how to speak Espanol? Some Spanish? See, amiga? Okay. You go, girl. We're proud of you.
All right. Soul clap. Now go to bed now. Daddy ain't playing with you. Get on out of here.
That is so Lamont. That's one thing I wish I did. I wish I learned Spanish seriously outside of just high school. I thought about it actually 2020 before the pandemic. I thought about really hiring a Spanish tutor. So it's something I've thought about. So that's awesome. Happy to hear that.
I appreciate that. And everybody giving my daughter love. Some of y'all remember when she was born. Now it's 5 years later. I don't know what to say, what to do. But she is smart. She's everything, just like all of you guys' children. But we came here to talk about Raising Kanan, and we're just going to start this thing out right. I'm going to go in reverse order this time. Last week, I went to the Hammer first. This time, we're going to go to the youngest in charge, Monique. And Monique.
Yes, sir.
We're going to start this conversation talking about some of your favorite characters, the brothers on this show.
Yeah.
So we'll start with Lulu. So Lulu gets picked up by Marvin, and this was a real moment of brotherly love, because Marvin helped him out getting his business going. He's there to pick him up, and they both just kind of rapping to each other about what they want to do in life, basically, and what has bothered them, and the process of going through therapy. We later see Lulu turns down the deal from the white man and says he want to do his own thing. But the white man said, look, we got this artist in here. And Lou said the only artist y'all got is Billa. And Lou went and got Billa and is making hits as we speak. The question for you, Monique, and the panel and the audience out there, is Billa going to be able to be under control by Lulu?
That is a very good question. I didn't think you were going to go there with it. That is an excellent question. I'll be honest, for me, it's too soon to tell. I think that's a very fair prediction and a very realistic possibility. Because we know the record exec already, he not really feeling Billa. Billa to him is a liability. So when you got a street ninja like Billa, who is still really street and hasn't really gotten implemented in the career professional aspect of the music industry and doing all the proper things, he's still a hood ninja, if you will. So you do pose a very good point. I do want to touch on the car scene between the Thomas brothers. I very much so enjoyed that. Lulu looks good and he looks healthy. And look, I know a lot of people ragged on him last season. I don't care what you guys think. This is real life for me. And as someone who, I always say, a mental health advocate, worked over 3 years in mental health and worked with substance abuse patients personally, this is real life. And I like that they're touching on it. And it is a very interesting dynamic, you guys. Last season, Marvin was on top. Marvin was the therapy guru. Marvin was working on his temperament. And Lulu was strung out and off his rocker. Now, you guys, we are seeing a change. We are seeing a change, guys. Should be interesting.
Nita the Diva. And by the way, y'all, she says tip jar, cash app, Nita the Diva. So, I think if y'all want to keep her up here, you better go hit that cash jar. We want to keep a diva on this panel. Nice. Diva, what do you think about Lulu and this Be Realer situation, considering what the record exec said? And you seen when they was at Lulu's spot, dude done went and got the whole damn board of record execs, all white haired. Take the floor, Anita, before I get into it.
Yeah, I like it because it seems like Lou has some skin in the game. His name is moving around in these streets. His reputation precedes him. So that's a good look for him. I love that for him. And he needs something that's going to keep him grounded. And so, because we saw him in season 3 almost falling off the deep edge. So it was good to see that he got a passion back, a fire lit back inside of him. So I hope that I don't know how this thing gonna go with Be Realer, but I do know I heard potential, and I do know that Lou has potential to make him go somewhere. So I'm here for it.
Okay. Hammer, speak to us. And this ain't MC, ladies and gentlemen. This is Moochie, the Hammer.
All right, so Be Realer has a good flow. I like the conversation that Marvin seems defeated because how he was betrayed by Gerald, though.
Mm-hmm.
So he don't want to even trust that his brother. He wants him to prove himself of being clean and not being a liability, because he's a liability too after the way he was. The last thing we remember him was with Scrappy's mom, going telling everything and crying.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as Be Realer, his flow is good, but is he telling truth? Is he telling true stories about robbing people? Because that's all he was talking about. I'm just he might be a liability. We gonna see some problems with him because I think he is talking about the crimes that he's committed. Okay, I'm just saying.
They do.
I mean,
ladies,
there was a rapper.
We do have someone in here who is literally in the music industry. Our cousin Lex the Targaryen, who's going to speak on this Be Realer situation. And Lex, would you go and do a hit single with Be Realer, or do you think he dry snitching too much?
I don't trust him. I don't think he's trustworthy at all, actually. He kind of makes my skin itch just a little bit. And I'm usually right with those inclinations. I do think he's going to be a liability. And I do think he's going to get put to sleep by the end of the season by one of the Thomas.
Let me get my, okay.
Now, Lex, who is a rapper and singer, I'm assuming, Lex, you do know who Be Realer is in real life. Did you recognize him? She frozen.
Of course.
I think she on that J-Mo internet. Oh, there she go.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, moving right along, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to the other brother in this situation, and that is Marvin. And he has himself a situation. So as Moochie eloquently said, he was talking about his situation with Gerald. And it seems like this season he's spiraling the wrong way. So Nita, the question I pose to you and the wonderful panel, he goes here to one of his spots and realizes that one of the young folks is stealing from him. And they explain the situation that he's got going on with some sick folks. Hard on the luck. Should he had been a little softer in his discipline, or do you see nothing wrong with what he did right here? Nita the Diva.
Oh my God. I want to pull Gerald up out that grave, give him a couple of 2-piece and a biscuit, man. Why you set my boy back like that? Why you gonna set my boy back like that? That man is bitter. He ain't seeing nothing but red. He is making the worst mistakes. He's not seeing clearly. I'm so disappointed. But that's how life is. Life ebbs and flow. It ebbs and flows. So you're not always going to be on the top all the time. You're not always going to be on the bottom. That's just how it works. But no, he absolutely was out of line with that. And it is, I think this was a fatal flaw for him. Or it's going to have serious consequences. That's what I'll say.
Y'all, I don't know what I've been missing out on, because when me and Nita team up, you know how the Avengers have their own stuff, and then they come together. Yeah, they come together like we doing right now. Well, sometimes some of us got to go on our own little 2 solo missions, and I got to get back on the missions with Diva, because we roll off each other like beads of rain when I wax my car type thing. Moochie, get on in here. So I got 2 things for you, Moochie, and the rest of the panel.
Okay.
And Nita, you're going to be mad because I didn't put this in there with you. So Nita is in the tank that he should have been nicer, and I actually agree with her. But he also then goes and does another job for old Sticky Stefano, and he bobbles that like a bobblehead. Shot the man up because the dude said he was shucking and driving for the white man like these black Republicans doing for Trump, and he couldn't take the words, and he shot him. Pow, pow. Just pow, pow. Now, Stefano is out of a guy who, even though he was skimming, he was a good dude. And anytime you're doing these kind of crooked dealings, trust me, you're going to have somebody that's doing that. But Stefano wanted to keep him because overall, Moochie, he was doing a good job. Was that dangerous for Marvin?
I think he messed up because he wasn't able to keep a cool head. He wasn't able to keep a cool head. He's doing too much talking on the phone. I was mad at him even smoking that doggone cigar there with Stefano. So it's just like I'm like, what is you doing, son?
Wow. Did y'all hear that? Fellas, ladies and gentlemen, Moochie don't even want the nigga to smoke a cigar.
You're doing too much with him. Your sister just told you don't be getting too cozy with these white boys.
Okay.
She did.
Come on now, listen to her. It's like every season, Rock gotta clean up either after her son or one of her brothers. Come on now, get it right.
All right,
get it right.
Let us know. Let's go to Lex the Targaryen. What do you think about this Marvin situation?
Well, if y'all recall, I said last season that I thought Uncle Marvin was gonna die this season. Because his character arc redemption was so like 10 out of 10 last season that I could see the crash out happening this season. I would never want that to happen because I'm such a huge fan of London Brown. I feel like next to Patina, he is the show. Like Uncle Marvin is the comedic relief, but they still haven't hurt us yet. We haven't really been hurt since D Wiz died, but as us as viewers, we done got through 4 seasons without being hurt. It's time for them to start waxing people, and I can honestly see Uncle Marvin getting taken out this season.
All right. Well, you know, Lex wasn't the only one who said that. I was in the camp with her saying that last season, and now we get to the youngest in charge, Monique. What do you think about the Marvin situation?
Am I the youngest? We got Lex on here. I don't know if I'm the youngest, technically.
No, you're not. Lex is younger, but you know, you got here first. So I gotta stick with that nickname for tonight.
I mean, I don't mind if you want to call me the youngest. I definitely can't be.
Well, Lex is our songbird, okay? Y'all make sure you go to her YouTube and download her music. She's the songbird. You the youngest in charge. So tell us about Marvin.
Baby, you know, Lamont, you hit us with some facts last week, brother, and I was in denial. And after seeing tonight's episode, I think, not that I always doubt you or anything, brother, but I was in emotional denial. And after seeing Friday's episode, I think you and Lex are onto something. I think it needs to be his final season, because if they're gonna do this where he regresses, y'all can't do a roller coaster ride. I can't do a continuation of he was down, up, down. We can't do it. So I do think this is going to be his final season. I think last week the entire panel agreed that this side shit with Stefano was going to end bad. It was a bad idea for multiple reasons. And you guys, it took 2 episodes, I guess, for Marvin to buck up the thing. We don't really know Stefano's full feelings about what Marvin did, because it was just a phone call and we only heard Marvin's side. So I'm very curious to know how Stefano, I said his name wrong, Stefano is going to react, because he gave Marvin specific instructions. This is one of my main men that produced the most for me. I don't want it to get too crazy. Thank you, Nita. This is my money man. He good for business. I just want you to set him straight. He said he didn't want nothing crazy. And not only did it get crazy, it ended in death. So, yeah. and we saw how Raquel was shocked when Lawyer told her, your brother was fooling around with Stefano. She said, my Marvin? Rock said, Marvin? How many Marvins do you know, bitch? Up the block. Yes, bitch, you're Marvin.
Y'all ain't know that Monique Nicole is auditioning to be on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, did you? Because she said that bitch the same way they put that twang on it. Okay, so if producers, y'all watching this, you can put her up there. Okay, you can. Hey, she'll cut a bitch quick. Okay, put her on up there.
Listen, Lamont. To be fair, okay. The man did pull the blicky out on him first. Not first, but he did like he was going to do something.
He did pull it out first. But did you pull out first? Yeah,
because he hit him with the pool stick.
I feel you, Nita. But what Marvin did was such a vicious, dangerous. Getting hit like that in the head with an object, as we saw with Unique, that could have had some real damage. I thought the ninja was going to hit the guy in the kneecap.
Yeah, he hit him in his head so he don't skim the tilt no more.
Stefano gave him
a couple of bumps on his head.
He didn't want it to get too crazy. So I felt like hitting the ninja in the head was a bit extreme in itself.
He'll know not to do it again. He should have kept doing it.
I have a question.
Mucci, is he in hell counting money now? Because I mean, Marvin said his ass straight to hell.
Yeah, he in the upper room.
Right. Yes, ma'am. Lex, what you got?
So, I noticed from when they dropped the season trailer and something like that, you know how everybody kept focused on when he said famous last words and they were trying to associate it to famous. If you want my honest opinion, I think Rock is going to be the one that takes Stefano out because something goes wrong or Marvin gets knocked off. And then she finds out, like going through the backs or whatever, that Stefano had him doing side jobs. So she going to take Stefano out because Marvin got taken out. Now, the only thing that I can see that quote unquote saves Marvin from dying this season is the grandmother dying, and that's considered our loss. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, me personally, and I know it wouldn't happen that way because this is probably his season of recovery, but I could take Lulu dying before Marvin. I really could, because I'm so tired of Lulu. And I love the actor, but I'm tired of Lulu. Like, just last season to now, it's just like, like I said, I hope he brings that season 1 Lulu back, but Lulu is just such a sad story to me.
Wow. I swear that this girl is in my family.
This Lulu bashing. It be your own people.
I swear Lex the Targaryen is really bloodline with me because she thinks just like I think. And Mo, you got on me last week because I said the same thing, basically. I said the same thing.
I'm very hurt. Because I feel like it be your own people. It's like, now don't get me wrong. Lulu got on my damn nerves last season. I'm not going to listen. I'm not biased. The nigga got on my nerves. But Don't we love a good redemption story? A good black man trying to get on the right path. He went to I mean, this is real. I mean, y'all want real. This is real life. I know people who have gone to rehab. This is real life. So you don't want to see someone change their life and become positive? I'm just saying. Franklin could have took his ass to rehab, but you know, that's another
okay, we're gonna move right along.
If we get a little bit of season 1 Lulu, Lamont and Lex, will that soften your feelings for him? If he gives us a little one of that season 1 Lulu with the swag?
At the expense of Marvin, no.
Yeah, and for me, Marvin, this might sound really, really jacked up.
Okay.
Marvin has a daughter.
Oh, that's a good point.
He kind of still needs to guide. He has a seed he kind of needs to guide. And I'm not saying that Lulu's life is any less of value in this story, but Marvin is a father and has basically been a father his whole life to Lulu and Rock, and now he's got his own daughter. So I would rather see that redemption story because there's more you can do, but I digress.
I agree.
Because here's a point, ladies and gentlemen, where we're going to probably spend a lot of time. And it involves Pops and Snaps, Kanan, and Rock. So this one is for you, Lex. These are the kind of questions I have about this situation. So they own a part of Kanan's little young ass business, and he was in there just straight tripping, and Pops and Snaps had to tell him, look, listen to your mom and get up on out of here, all right? How do you think Pops and Snaps are going to affect this Thomas organization throughout this season? Because I don't see it being a good relationship unless they have to go to them and go to war with the Italians. That's the only thing I can see positive happening out of this relationship. But we want to hear from you, starting with Lex. No, I'm sorry.
I don't see.
Yeah. It's Lex.
I don't see anything positive coming out of the situation, actually, either or, because they're the kind of people, they're quicksand people. Like, you get one foot in or just a little bit, like, no matter what, they just gonna keep pulling you in because they don't have any rights to Kanan business. That's BS. The laws and principles is, okay, we put it out. And what did she say? You thought we wasn't gonna get nothing back? All right, so cool. Let's just say they loan me $1,000. I give you $1,500, baby. That's something off the top. You don't have a say so in my business, but that was their way of taking Ronnie out because he older and screwing Kanan. You know what I'm saying? And Rock is messed up as she can be. Rock knows something about something. So Kanan need to chill out, and his level of disrespect is like really pissing me off because Rock should have backhanded him right in the mouth the moment I'm not finna. Right there. She should have just hit him with the illy-nilly. And I don't even believe in hating kids, but she should have hit him with that backhand like she did season 1. Where's little Miss Kanan, Elijah Stark? Get your ass down here. That's the Rock we needed.
Right, he ain't no kid no more. He ain't no kid.
Kanan still needed to piss slapped out of him because if Rock slapped him,
still in high school,
nothing. He not gonna do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see this turning out well. I can't see them getting wet up together. I can definitely see that. I can see them taking them out together. They're going to have to bait and trap them, like on some Bonnie and Clyde type stuff, and kill them together. They're going to have to. There's no way around it. There's no way they can survive the series, and they're a nuisance, honestly. So I think that was the nuisance introduced to us last season to be executed this season as a storyline, but they got to go ASAP. No rock.
Wow. Jump on in there, Monique.
Listen, my girl Lex, listen, she just gave it to the people. I too wanted to smack the dog ish out of Kanan because look at here, little pipsqueak. You new to this, and like Lex said, it's the disrespect, right? It's the disrespect to his mother, Raquel, who is also his business partner, and it's disrespect to Snaps and Pops. Now, I'm not saying what they did was right. I'm not saying it, but for him to step to them and to continue, once Raquel intervened and was like, look, I wasn't here. I don't know what y'all had. It is what it is. It's just, again, it's the lack of respect. He doesn't respect his mom enough. It's one thing to not respect your mom because of the personal issues, but at least respect her on the business front. You know what I'm saying? You only know this shit because of your mother. And I feel like when it comes to the business, what Raquel says, you go with it. Don't sit up there in front of these two OGs. And Raquel got his ass outside. She said, don't. I wouldn't mess with Pops and Snap like that. Like they OGs. The only reason why they ain't take you out is because I was there. Like, you know what, guy? I'm sorry. I don't want to see another season of Raquel Thomas having to bail out Kane. I just don't want to see it. I'm not interested. And I'm going to be pissed off if they take out Snaps and Pops. I'm going to be pissed because you know why? It's going to be only because of freaking Kanan and nothing else. And that's going to piss me off.
Nita.
I was right behind her. I was like, they didn't really do nothing all like that. Like, Rock is always coming up, sweeping up Kanan's mess. I cannot stand it. You got to stop calling these boys. Look how she's looking at him. But I think she's trying to see where his mind is going, like how he's thinking. She's trying to get a handle on him because, you know, for a period of time, he wasn't underneath her thumb. So she don't know how he thinking. So it's like, you know, she's looking at him. She's seeing how he moves. She's trying to correct him. And I like when she took him outside and said, you don't like being underneath my thumb, but you sure like the results of it. Like, you don't like, you know, hearing what I got to do to put things in order, but you like the results. That's the same with all of the boys, all of Lulu, Marvin. Everybody don't like what Rock do, but Rock, at the end of the day, for me, I feel like Rock, she got more nuts than all them boys put together because she accept her consequences. She stand on business, and that's why I asked for her. Period.
Yeah. Wow. Moochie, well, me personally, I tend to think that pussy is stronger than a nut. So you might as well just say she got what she got. To be honest with you, you know, a nut is not having a baby, okay, and then going back to normal. You know what I'm saying? So I would venture to say that what they used to call us is the strongest organ. Period. So Moochie, the floor is yours.
She gonna be cleaning up this season too.
Ooh.
It's already starting. The question is, which brother is going to step up to help? Because right now, Marvin doing too much, and he's going to bring heat on them. Well, on himself.
Wow. Well, we still
too much too.
All of them are, except for Lulu. Lulu going in the right direction. I think that with Lulu, he's trying to get away from the game. But I think Be Real is going to pull him back. I feel it in my bones. Something is going to have where Be Real is going to pull that boy back into them streets. But we'll get there in a minute. Sticking with the same couple. Well, not couple, but Rock. Rock goes over here and and this is for you, Mo. She goes over here to Stefano. She is getting double screwed by old double dragon Kwan. And now she wants to be a boss. You know, she wants to be in that middle. And so, you know, Stefano having a little sweet tooth. You know, he like him a little chocolate, a little something. He won't go tell his real people that he has a sweet tooth. But behind closed doors, you know, he'll eat on that chocolate. He takes her to fake ass Lionel Richie and is trying to get her to cut some deals. You know what I'm saying? So, Momo, how is this relationship with Rock and where she's gonna go when Kwan finds out, old double dragon, that she is cutting him out with Stefano? Who gonna get the heat, Rock or Stefano?
Hell, it could be both of them. You know, I mean, I think that Stefano is well aware that Raquel has the potential to be the supplier. If he didn't, he would not even entertain the thought or idea. So the belief in her is there. Now, how she gets there, I don't know. It seems like he's gonna help her a little bit, but he said, look, if you can do all that and if you can give me a better deal than what I already have, I'm with it, boo. I'll have my chocolate boo closer to me and you're gonna be the HBIC. Oh, it's a match made in heaven now. Who's going to pose a bigger threat, Dragon Ball Z or the side deals with Marvin? What's gonna pose a bigger threat to her becoming a supplier and continue to do business with Stefano? I don't know.
Lex, hard to follow that. We done called him Double Dragon, Dragon Ball Z. Can I get a Great Muta from WWE? What you got, Lex?
Yeah, Cobra Kai gotta go.
Damn.
Y'all see his hair? Like y'all see his joint?
That's why I call him Double Dragon, because
that was like worse than how they had it in the 80s. Like it was like, I don't know.
Well, that
it is that era. Yeah, that is the era. Cut. Yeah.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
Lex. Like people. What I will say about Rock, and I know this, of course, is a fictional tale, but Rock is like that black woman. Like when she say something, it don't matter if she falls, stumble, whatever. What she told Juliana last season, I win every time, Juliana. Like she got it. Like she gonna end up taking a little. She finna take fried rice out, and he bought it on himself because like you don't sit there flex on me. What did she jump the terabyte 20% or something like that?
Yep, 20.
Yeah, like 20%. You didn't say 5, 10, 15, 20, as in 20 over a meeting is crazy. It's crazy. So I don't know how Rock be doing what she do, but she gonna find somebody with some poppy fields, and then she gonna put Poppy in the field. Like it's as simple as that. Like I see it happening. But I will say that what Rock has more powerful over him is Rock is a woman. We're not going to act like the history of Italian men is not lusting over black women. He already said he got a little crush on Rock, which is why he let her hold that cash like that. You know what I'm saying? So she got to, I can't even think of the show. I don't know if it was Game of Thrones or whatever. He was like, you got to, that was rest in peace. That was Monet when she was telling Diana, you got to see who got power over these ninjas and then take advantage of it. So yeah, Rock, she gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? But I do think that she gonna find a plug. She's not dumb until like Rock uses people until they're not beneficial anymore, and then she'll take you off the board. She don't move like Marvin where you piss me off, I'm gonna take you off the board. Rock is strategic, and I do appreciate her for that. So she's definitely gonna move accordingly and end up taking him off the board. We already know Rock is finna be the plug. Like all of this is just like pre-programmed. But I do want y'all to put this in the back of y'all head, because when we was just talking about Lulu, just a what if. What if Lulu survives the whole series, becomes a music producer, and cuts the Thomas family completely off and stays out, and Kalia does what he does with Jessica or whoever? Because Rock got her thumb on him. If Lulu completely removes herself, like let's just say Marvin get knocked off, Rock get locked up or something, and then Lulu just on his own and it's supposed to be his business, Lulu's gonna be like, I'm out, Kanan, that's all you. And he's gonna distance himself, because as long as he's tied to his family, as messed up as this is, Lulu can't thrive. He can't, because it doesn't matter how good of a mental space he's in, anything can cause him to break. He's still recovering. So that next body he catch, which is gonna happen, we don't know if that's gonna snap him back. Lulu ain't been right since he killed D-Wiz, if you want to be technical.
That's true.
It really, Scrappy was what pushed him over the edge.
Yeah.
Scrappy's mother is what put the cinder blocks on his feet and start drowning him. So you want to be technical. Whoa. I'm just saying.
Relax, baby.
Little Navy baby just
Lulu drowned the same way Scrappy's mom wig flew back, baby. They all flew back into the ocean, baby. Baby.
6 feet under.
Oh shit!
It's back down there with the seaweed. Nita the Diva, I'm gonna give it to you. And as I give you the Rock situation, I'm gonna make a bold prediction. Old Great Value Lionel Richie is gonna get taken out by Marvin or Lulu. I'm booking it.
I agree. I think it's gonna be Marvin, of course, because he's been his go fetch dog, as the guy pointed out. And I mean, maybe a hit dog was hovering. Maybe that's why he powed the dude 3 times in the chest. I'm like,
Pow
you
pow.
got that swole up in your chest. You must know that he is right. He right. So yeah, I think what you call him, egg foo young? He gonna get wrapped up in the egg roll.
What an egg roll. Now I want some egg
Egg roll to get smoked.
Crouch and Tiger hitting Kwan.
Ooh, that's
the next pack.
Oh my
I
goodness.
promise we are not the R word for those newcomers. We're just having fun. We are
No, we're not.
Oh, yeah,
We're really
it's all
yeah,
fun.
we're really just kind of picking on the character. We're not picking on the man. We're picking on that haircut and the character that they stage. So Moochie, what you got on Cobra Kai, Double Dragon, Egg Foo Young, and Goku from Dragon Ball Z?
I feel like she already got a connect. She's ready to leave him alone. She don't want to do business with him no more. So she's just ready to find somebody else, and she just gonna leave that alone. But she gonna look suspect because Unique is running around, running amok because he's following her. So he's gonna do something to throw a monkey wrench into all of that.
Mm-hmm. Can I ask y'all a quick question for clarity purposes? So last season, Juliana's cousin Joaquin gave Raquel the okay to take out Juliana. Their business is done now. The cousin and Raquel. I may have forgotten. Their business is done together. Correct? Like done, or what?
She can still do business with him.
Okay.
Though.
Okay.
That's why I said she already got to connect.
Yeah, she jumped in the bed with these folks. Why? I don't know. I think she was trying to expand, I believe. So not only did she have Juliana folks, but she was still trying to like move in on territory that Unique and Ronnie missed out on or something.
So
like that.
Currently she is doing business with both Joaquin and Stefano.
Am I
I don't know. At one time before Juliana cut her out. Remember, she was doing business with him, but then Juliana cut her out of the deal.
Yes, they screwed her over. You're right. They did. Okay.
Screwed her over not once, but twice.
Right.
Twice.
Okay. Thank you.
But
so
then they gave her the okay.
But that was it. They didn't continue business.
Then they cut off their relationship.
No, the last thing we seen was when she got the permission to take out Juliana from Joaquin.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So when she went and got the permission from that, they good.
Okay.
Because he was mad at her, so she could always go back to him and link up with him and do business with him. That's why I said she already got to connect.
So she wants to be over the city, the New York, like Kwan is the city connect. Like, so she wants to take that spot now.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you guys.
All right. Well, we got two more.
Remember, that's what she was supposed to be doing, y'all. Do you remember she was supposed to be becoming? She wanted to become the distro, and then the slick back dude screwed her over first.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm just trying to refresh y'all memory.
Yes, please refresh.
We appreciate you, my sister. So now we got to talk about good old Jukebox, who was in that military kicking white man ass. Do you hear me? Doing more push-ups, more pull-ups, outrunning them, doing everything. And she was so impressive. One of the white dudes wanted to be her buddy. But unfortunately, that guy that wanted to be her buddy, he did not like gay and lesbian community. And he used a name that they used to use back in the 70s that begins with an F and ends with a T. And y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but they was using that to the 2000s, but go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, Moochie, you get to start this one off. Do you like what they did with Jukebox leaving the military after figuring out they're not going to change their ways? And then she goes straight to her boo thing. And as I told y'all last week, it was going to be some carpet munching. And y'all said, ew, no, it's not. It was some carpet munching underneath the covers. And do you like how she just popped up on her and said, look, let me stay with you? I actually like her girlfriend's response, but I want to hear from you guys. What did you think about the Juke saga, Moochie?
I like that she was honest with her. Aisha, right?
Aisha.
Yeah, I like that she was honest with Jukebox and told her, look, I'm trying to find me and I need to find me by myself, not with you. And you need to do that too. I'm not saying I don't want to, I like you, but right now a lot of stuff done happen, and I'm trying to figure myself out. So I like that fact that she was honest with her, and I think Jukebox appreciated that.
Okay. All right.
Yes,
Monique, what you got on her on that
Okay.
subject?
So yeah, I like that Aisha, like Moochie said, I like that she did what was best for her. I like you, Juice. I respect you. I'm open to the future, but I gotta figure me out, baby. I gotta figure me out. And you gotta think about it, y'all. We're talking the early 90s. There wasn't examples and people to look up to in the community, as far as being gay, lesbian. You really had to figure it out on your own. There was no blueprint, right? So I'm sure as a young girl, that was probably a lot to navigate. Now, the military aspect, it broke my heart because us knowing, how Jukebox life turned out, it just reminded me something about life that we all know is that in life, one decision can change the trajectory of your life, whether good or bad, it can change it. And while I understand and respect Juke's decision to leave, based on her having to hide her truth, I understand it. It is sad because had she stayed, that could have changed the trajectory of her life in a positive way. And that is sad and we'll never know, but she made the decision and that's how it went. But it was sad because she was kicking ass, like you said, so unfortunate.
Lex, what you got on this one?
Pissed me off. Pissed me off. How unrealistic it was. Pissed me right on off. And anybody in the comments who was a fan, I was in the military, so don't try to correct me. Okay? Pissed me off because it was unrealistic. Does AWOL not exist? She could just sneak out of boot camp. Do y'all know what boot camp is? Okay. It is the most traumatic experience you will ever have in your life. Every United States military boot camp is crafted after Hitler. Okay. We all get thrown in the gas chamber. I got Anne Franked. Okay. This is not realistic. They could have made it more realistic. Like she got kicked out because she was flirting with a girl or they caught her kissing a girl. It would have made more sense. So she just randomly can walk away from boot camp and go to Atlanta, and you don't have nothing besides a daggone ditty bag and some clothes. Then she went down there on at the Golden Aisha Rao and then popped up in New York. So she traveling back and forth, no money. They take all your clothes. But now, sorry, I just had to get that part out.
Oh, Lord. Jesus,
but now, as far as the storyline, it was cute, She pulled up on Aisha, got her buffet on, go girl, do you. But it was just like, Juke, what are you doing? What are you actually doing? Like, what exactly are we doing here? This is what I want to know, like, as a watcher. What are we doing with her storyline? Her mama done died in front of her. And then it just pisses me off how Juke always got this dumbass look on her face, like every time somebody say something, she just did that look right there. Or when her eyes get real big after she trying to scramble with a thought, like she don't know how to react. When her eyes get real big. Shout out to Haley Kilgore though, because she gave that ideology to the character. But I just want us to figure out, or the writers or the viewers, I'm sure we'll have a storyline this season, but I did not understand any of it. I do like the fact that Aisha told her you ain't gotta leave, but you gotta go right now because I'm in college. But I will say that I just want Juke to have a purpose, and that's another reason why I said Marvin is gonna die, because Juke has to spaz out. She got to spaz out. Something else has to happen because her mother's death wasn't as effective. You know what I'm saying? You just met me and then you croaked after you done got my hands popped like a kid with rules. So I'm just saying. I just want to know what are we doing with her?
So Lex, you kind of answered your own question, right? Meaning, to me, and this is my POV, the writers over the next, definitely this season, they're going to show us, at least set it up to show us how things went downhill for Jukebox. Like, I definitely think by the end of the season it's going to be clear to the audience. There's going to be a pivotal moment, a pivotal situation that's going to occur. We're seeing it. The previews for next week set it up. She doesn't believe in music anymore. She's throwing her girl group stuff in the trash. We're seeing it develop, how this beautiful girl with so much potential crashed and burned. We're seeing it. They're setting it up, friend. They're setting it up. And it's good. It's going to be sad, but again, what did I say? The trajectory of our life, the trajectory.
You need a Miss Renee or something to talk to, because she don't know what she want to do. And that's the only thing that frustrates me about her character, is because, like you said, we know how it ends. So we ain't got to worry about, the only people we nervous about is Rock, Marvin, and Lou, because we don't know how their story end. Kanan, we know how it ends. Juke, we know how it ends. Ghost, we know how it ends. Tommy, we don't. You know what I'm saying? But these are our concerns. We're not concerned about, because we know they're going to survive the whole series. Cool. But her whole presence in episode 2 was pointless. If you would take out her scenes, take her scenes out completely. Did you miss her in the episode? Did anybody raise their hand and say, that part with Juke was my favorite? She ain't do nothing.
No,
it's the lunch and show up.
No. I think the soldier part brought something to her character of how hard she is. But we already look what the soldier scene showed us. It showed us that she already had the talent before she even walked through basic training doors. Because she was leaving all of them in the dust. So you might be right. I was about to say she might have learned some little pointers and some cues and some structure and some stuff like that. But we do know that she had the talent because it was on display, and she was running laps around everybody else. So
that discipline, you right though, because that could be why she did good as a cop, because she had military training is always harder than cop training. They don't like to hear that, but it's true. And on top of that, I think that they said Juke was really a killer. The military teaches you how to shoot like nobody that's a civilian can teach you how to shoot. I know that personally. So you know what? Let me retract my statement. That part was important. I will give it that. She wasn't my favorite.
Lex, we did see her, like when she was shooting, she was in the bullseye. So she came in doing that. Did she come in doing that, or did she learn that?
She came in doing that.
I think she did that on her own. I think she did that on her own.
That's what I thought too.
Eye line like really well naturally, and you just craft it and train it. But that also pisses me off. Once again, it brings me back to why leave. It's not just the gay thing. Juke is lost. Juke don't know what she wants to do. One minute she want to be a singer. One minute she want to be in school. We know she's intelligent because she got accepted to the school Kanan did before Kanan. And Marvin was like, it's no point. So that's my only frustration with the character, because like I said, I don't think Raising Kanan was in anybody's mind when, of course, Anika Noni Rose blessed us as the older Juke. But now that they're writing backwards, because I don't think that they would have let it in like that. You know what I'm saying? Because we still have to figure out what the F went wrong where Kanan was comfortable enough putting her down. So Monique is right. This is definitely right. It kind of this is the setup. It was slow, but now that I'm reanalyzing, she's absolutely right. This was the setup, so we kind of just got to be patient. I'll take that.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's gonna show how she's gonna structure everything. She's gonna be Kanan's muscle, believe it or not.
Oh, I
can believe it. Oh, I can believe it. I mean, you get a woman like this, hell, she better than the Dora Milaje. I'll take a pack of women protecting my ass any day that's fighting like this. You kidding me? She was hitting the bullseye, then she was hitting the hole she made in the bullseye with the gun. And anybody who owns a gun and goes to a range know how hard it is to shoot something perfectly just 5 feet away. I mean, literally. And that's with a handgun. So we'll see. We'll see when she turns. Like, I think we all in agreement. What's going to turn her at some point in time this season is seeing her daddy die. That's what we think is going to turn her. All right.
Now, will it be in front of her? Will it be in front of her?
Yes. They're going to be in a car.
Yes.
I'll keep that from the trailer. A car is gonna get hit. Juke and Marv is in the car. Marv is gonna get taken out.
Yes.
Go back and play. I
believe
replayed
that.
the trailer like it's nothing, and that's why she gonna turn up. Remember, we saw Juke with that gun in her hand, solo dolo. She knows who took her father out. It might be Neek. I pray it's not, but it might be Neek if they don't catch him in time.
Yeah, because she had like
And look,
it was like some blood on her
She had it on her face too, on her cheek, and she got on a white
right next to her. Trust me.
She got on a white football jersey.
And to add substance to what you guys are saying about it could possibly be unique. Think about what Rock told her the first episode. I got a secret to tell you. I was pregnant by Unique. And we've already said what would make her come out and tell somebody else this precious secret that Rock told her to keep? If Unique shoot her father and then she wants to go get his ass. That could be one thing that'll make her tell that she was pregnant or make that conversation come up in front of Lulu and Kanan. So
because I was saying like a canary on Rock a Hoe.
Yep.
She got pregnant by the man that killed my daddy.
Ooh. Well, hold on. Speaking of which, Lex, we're gonna start with you. We're gonna talk about Unique Myers.
Lord Jesus.
Yeah. This is the last thing we're covering, ladies and gentlemen. Unique Myers. So basically, Unique Myers' storyline was that he took out old Loverboy lawyer that was starting to get the hots with Rock. And it looked like Rock was starting to kind of lean into this dude because he had so many resources to help her out. He had people in places that people wouldn't dare put their faces, except for Juke. And he was learning what the feds and what the DEA was doing, and then got information on Marvin. And then Unique, in a rageful pit of jealousy, takes this dude out in his house and said, if you're messing with Rock, you got that stank on you. Talk to me, Lex. How is this killing the lawyer going to affect Rock? And will she find out who's doing all these telling her killings?
I wasn't here last week, unfortunately, although y'all held it down. I just want to make this one statement one time this season, and I ain't going to gas it up. It's how you know Joey Badass is fine. That man looked crazy and he's still fine. Good God. Anyway, jealous rage.
He looked like Bobby Brown right there.
He is giving Bobby. It's giving every little step I take, my face will break. It is. It's giving.
Yep.
But I definitely feel like Meek is on something crazy because dude, like I think she thought dude was really smashing her or something. So here's what we have to expect this season. Although Unique is pissed off about, all of his stuff and not being able to support Pernessa and Jerome and all that other stuff, he's battling between two angers, the anger of his business and the anger of he actually did love Rock. And he feel like she flipped on him. Because you can't tell me that kill was just a strategic. She would have hit the brothers or somebody first. She could get another lawyer. It's dirty lawyers everywhere. It may take us some time. She might have had a relationship, but it's always a dirty cop, lawyer, judge, something. So that's not the biggest hit. You know what I'm saying? He felt like they were smashing and his little ego is hurt. You know what I'm saying? So he's fighting between the two demons of I love her. Because you heard what he said when he was falling asleep the last episode. Tell her I love her. Like they really did love each other. I really feel like that. It was like a forbidden type of thing. So this is going to be a problem, actually. And eventually, like, he's not going to be in the shadows anymore. But until he say peekaboo. All right.
Okay. Jump on in there, Nita. He's the boogeyman.
When I tell you I love Lex commentary, baby, it's unmatched.
I miss y'all.
Miss you too, sis. Miss you too.
I love it. I'll be sitting up here like... You be blowing me away, girl. I'll be sitting up here. Why you gonna ask me to follow her?
Because I have faith in you, Nita. You can do it.
Nita, you be cooking. Come on now.
Yeah, you be cooking. You cook better than
you be cooking with seasonings and all. Cut it out.
I'm right with you. I have like the same thoughts. Like if I would have said it, I wouldn't have said it, as saucy as you said it, but I would have said the same thing. So
yes,
move on.
Okay. All right. Well, Moochie, talk to me about this Joey Badass Unique Myers popping up, playing peekaboo boogeyman, snatching people out of jealous rage, which I said last week. And we kind of talked about this, Moochie. When he get face to face with Rob, is he going to be able to pull the trigger? And we talked about, would she be able to pull the trigger? And we all said no, they wouldn't. So what's he going to do next, Moochie?
I don't know. I just want to see what type of conversation is going to go on and how he getting to the Thomas family over. So I'm here for it because I feel like he gonna throw a monkey wrench in everything. He getting ready to mess up Kwan and them business, and they gonna think she did all of that.
Mm-hmm. All right. Last but definitely
not. I like that.
Yeah, because if they not gonna want to business
take each other out.
Yeah.
All right, Monique, this is your baby. You and Lex share him. So you get last call for alcohol. Tell us about what you think is going to happen with Unique.
All right, y'all. Now just give me a minute to, cook on this now, okay? Y'all might be surprised by my perspective. Now, y'all know I have loved Unique since season 1. Love that season. I love him on TV and in real life. Okay. But I have to be very honest with you guys, panel. Oh, not the host. Where'd you go? Okay.
Right here.
I got to be honest with my people. You guys, I'm going to be very honest. When they announced that he was coming back and we did the grand finale of He's Alive, I'm going to be very real with you guys. All these months, I've been very apprehensive. While I adore and love Unique's character, I felt and I feel like bringing him back in this way to come back and be messed up in the head and have revenge, it just felt lazy and washed up. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That is how I feel. I felt like this being season 4 of the show, I would have preferred to have Unique bow out gracefully and be this holy grail of a character that, we loved and adored and, had his head held high. And there's something about this, as much as I love him on my screen, I almost maybe would have preferred having a brand new character with a brand new storyline, a brand new threat, something fresh, something new. Just listen, y'all, season 5 is going to be the last season of this. I just think I would have preferred this. I really hope they don't drag this shit out with him. I just don't want it to drag out. I don't know how this is going to go. I really don't know, but that's just my thought. R.I.P. Andre. I felt very bad for Andre, baby. Wrong place, wrong time. I always felt that Andre and Raquel meeting in public places was not smart and was dangerous for him. Him knowing the woman that Raquel is and the work that she does, I just felt like, okay, if he didn't want to meet her in his office for obvious reasons, co-workers, people looking, I get it. I think they should have done what they always do in Power. Go meet by the bridge, go meet in the secret tunnel. I think those meetings should have been secluded to that. Meeting publicly with the queen pin like Raquel Thomas, for me, always felt dangerous for Andre. And sadly, like Lex said, and you, Lamont, this was lover's rage. He don't know Andre from a can of paint. This has nothing to do with business. He doesn't know who Andre could have been. The goddamn pastor. He didn't know who the hell Andre was. All he saw was a black man who looked halfway decent, and Raquel held him for an extra 10 seconds longer than what he felt comfortable with. That was a lover's rage, honey. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Put a snap on it. Put a snap on it, Mo. Put a snap on it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to read the comments, then we're going to get out of here. But I would be remiss if I didn't remind you all that tomorrow there's going to be a few members of the Avengers hooking up. Me and Moochie is going to hook up to do 2 things tomorrow. We're going to preview our predictions for the trailer and what's going to happen in episode 3. And then we're going to talk about The Godfather of Harlem, a show that is really good. Dare I say, as good as Power, and some would say better, that y'all be sleeping on. Godfather of Harlem is that thing. And we're gonna present y'all the new season trailer and tell you why this is going to be a good show. Before we get out of here, shout out to the amazing, amazing group of people that came to see us all do our thing. And I'll read these super chats before we get out of here. DeMarcus Vaughn, who needs his own YouTube channel, says, Team Billa. Billa could help Lulu by smoking Unique to save Kanan or Rock life. Billa is mysterious and could be Breeze. Everybody want Breeze. Y'all still hanging on to Breeze. Go ahead, Mo.
Did you put the comments on the screen for us as well, please? Thank you.
All right, that was number 1. Number 2, from the UK, in case y'all didn't know, I know we all hate the Breeze conversation, but I think we found our guy with Billa. His introduction scene was quite telling. Love from the UK, and I love you right back, my family. Speaking of which, we all have a vast amount of supporters across the world. We're big in the UK. We're big in Africa. We're big in South America too, I've heard. So shout out to all of you all. Keep pumping us up. Tell your friends that we're covering so many shows. It's something for everybody. Maybe. Lex, I'm going to let you handle this one. How you feel about this Breeze situation?
I'm going to say it now, like I've been saying for the past 2 seasons. We are not going to see Breeze until the final season, which is the introductory transitional season from Power Book, Raising Kanan to Origins. There is no need for Breeze right now. Rock is still in the picture, all these other pictures. See, the final season of Raising Kanan will clearly be the setup for Power Origins, which is Ghost and Tommy's story. And I hope they still using Carl as baby Tommy. If y'all know from Shameless, you know. But all of that to say,
what do he look like now, though?
Yes,
right.
That was, I mean, he's a little older now.
A little too old now.
Yeah, I was gonna
like
say
how
that.
he talk, I hope it, because he got one of those faces. He don't look like a kid forever, so hopefully that works. But yeah, there's no need for Breeze now, and I think that's something that pulls y'all in every season. Is like, this gonna be the season for Breeze. This gonna be the season. There's no need for Breeze. Billa is exactly who his name is. Billa. They're not gonna introduce Breeze under another nickname, another
alias.
Breeze.
I think they be trolling. I think
the weather is trolling y'all. Anything windy right now, so cancel your Breeze forecast.
I think half the people need to, like you said, troll, and then I think the other half really believe the shit. I agree with Lex. Ever since they announced a Power Origins, I knew in my spirit that we were either not going to see Breeze at all until the Origins, or to Lex's point, they might tease us, or we might get a sprinkle of it season 5 of Raising Kanan, but it will segue to the Origins and we will get more depth later on. But I do not see a full season of, I mean, I could be wrong. It will definitely, it'll at least be season 5. Season 5, there will be a sprinkling of possibility of Breeze. But y'all, please, I don't want to hear nothing about Breeze this season. Please.
One Shot Gaming, whoever that is, I would be grateful for that. He said that, or she.
Oh, yeah, that would be cool.
Says Shamik Moore is Breeze. Let me tell you, I would
that's
love
what they were
Shamik
saying.
Moore is Breeze. I would love that, because I got introduced to him from the Get Down, which should have never got canceled, but whatever. But he is excellent. That would be believable to like raise Kanan. I would be okay with that. I would actually like that. I would like that.
Does he have controversy surrounding him?
He played a good Kwan too, though.
Am I getting him mixed up with somebody else?
He had some kind of thing with the chick from Spider-Man.
Okay.
But he it was nothing serious. It was nothing serious. But I think he would be a good Breeze because the way he played Kwan.
Right.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah.
It's natural. It's not like he had, but the way they done hype Breeze up and explain. And on top of that, I'm not gonna lie, his height helps. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because short people, because Shamik Moore is a little guy, short people that kind of have that stature and that believability, those are the scary ones because they little. So they got a Napoleon complex. So their ego and their actions usually are bigger than them. So that fits that Breeze persona that we heard described to us. I would really like that, actually.
I'll take it a step further. I think his height plays a better part in the sense of he can play young and he can play a grown man. So I think it works out not only because he's a great actor, but I think
you hear that, short people? There's a place for you in Hollywood.
There's a place for us in Hollywood, shorty.
Yeah, I know, but y'all talking about the short guy. OC wasn't intimidating.
Who?
That's crazy.
The one that was sniffling this past episode, OC.
Oh, but he's a Poindexter. He's not supposed to be scary.
I think he's
I think he's about to get
he's gonna
taken
be the
out.
one that Nick beat the hell out of. We thought it was a kid this whole
Oh
season.
It's his little behind.
Oh, that little.
That's not fair.
He's gonna beat the brakes off of him.
Is he a small?
He's a little person.
Okay, he's a small person.
I mean, he's not a dwarf, but you know, he a little guy.
Oh no! He
What?
look like a little person.
He's a little person. He looks like that.
I don't
He look
think
like
I
Jockey
don't think we get to say little dwarf no more. We get to say little people.
Well, what? That's the right term. It's not like I said the M word.
Same thing, right?
Yeah, it's not like I said the M word though.
No, I didn't say that. I'm just saying.
I can't keep up, child. I just be saying little people because they had a show called
He is a
Little
guy.
Mm-hmm.
Vertically challenged.
Oh no,
Shout out
RC.
to RC.
I ain't saying nothing about the
Now, my boy Gemini Don come through. Appreciate the super chat. He says, "Am I slipping? I forgot y'all was live. Peace, everyone." Haley Kilgore, who plays Juke, recently said via People Magazine, "We'll see how Juke goes on a dark path this season." Okay.
Thank you, Jim.
Rest in peace, Uncle Marvin. Write it down.
Rest
Come
in
on.
Maybe
peace.
y'all remember we said
Going to
this
jail.
episode.
We don't know this shit. He might go to jail.
We said this episode too, y'all. So let it be known.
Yep.
He
All
may
right.
go to jail.
HFG family, thank you so much for that super chat. Says Juke's story is making complete sense to me. She has a long history and trauma, and there's more to come. People have become killers for less. You got that right.
Okay.
You got that right. You got
People
that.
have
Then my boy comes back with another super chat, and he says, "I'm very tired of hearing about Breeze, but I do want to see who he is. I can't be left hanging at this point." Good point. You got a point. And then DeMarcus Vaughn comes through again. OC looked like Steve Urkel and Bushwick Bill. Damn, DeMarcus got to be my boy. Boy, you be rough on these YouTube streets, my brother. You be rough.
Steve Urkel.
And last one from the big homie DeMarcus Vaughn. Rock would think that Stefano had Andre Barnes smoked because he had intel on Stefano. Imagine if Adina Burke X was Andre Barnes, the mole, the lawyer. Will Rock think that it was Stefano?
I don't know what she's gonna think, but I do think she's gonna be a little puzzled because it's not, it's so random and off the wall.
No, the telltale sign of Rock knowing that Stefano may not be at play here is because the dude said Marvin was doing the jobs, right? You don't think that? Like, I felt like she took a mental note of that. That's what you like, my Marvin? Marvin?
Yeah, I don't take a mental note of it because she just told that mother father, "Don't be doing nothing with no, come on now."
But all roads could still lead to Stefano.
You think?
At the end of the day, so you might be right with that. So I think I misread it, or I just kind of jumped the gun.
Can I ask the panel one final question before we go?
Okay.
Oh Lord!
What episode do you think it will be when Raquel realizes that Unique is alive? Do you think they're gonna wait until the mid-season, like the season episode 5, or you think it's gonna be before episode 5?
I think it's gonna be like 8.
Oh,
you think it's gonna be that long?
Drag it out that long? I don't think
so.
Nah, they ain't gonna drag it.
I'm with Mo.
Sorry, ask one more time.
I think
maybe 5.
Mo, I think it's gonna be 5.
Okay,
whatever episode they're gonna take that long break, is ridiculous. Well, where they do that
take
at?
a long break? Are you sure about that?
Yeah,
they're gonna take 2 weeks off for sure.
Oh, okay. 2 weeks. I can do 2 weeks. I didn't know. I hope you didn't mean like a month or two. Yeah, 2 weeks.
No.
Yeah,
I'm talking about like they're gonna take off like 2 weeks.
Definitely episode 4 or 5. Raquel will find out that Unique is alive. I do think that.
Right. I agree. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're done. Come back and see me and Moochie tomorrow at 8 p.m. EST. The girls' links are all in the video description. Check them out. They all do outstanding work on their own. And be sure to go download some of Lex Targaryen's music, ladies and gentlemen. And Monique Nicole, where's the flirking?
He's finally giving me a break. He's sleeping. Lamont, Lamont, Nita. I think everybody's been supporting me on TikTok with the damn cat. Simba has gotten me my first viral video on TikTok. Y'all follow me on TikTok, child. Shout out to the flirking, baby.
Yeah, man. I started to say something when I commented. I know what video you're talking about because the ball was rolling then, and I said this is going to be one of them videos going over 10,000 at the very least.
That was my first viral video.
Yeah, congrats, man. Congrats. So we out of here, ladies and gentlemen. We will see you tomorrow.
All righty then.